Your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. My man, Raheem DeVaugh's new one, When a Man. One of the smoothest dudes I know on a record, for real. Had to get him on the line. Raheem, first of all, you don't slow down at all. We just got a new album last fall. Now we're set for a new project this summer. Tell me a little bit about the direction we are taking with this new project.
Oh, man, the new album will be out June 4th. First and foremost, let me start there. It's called Love Sick. It's produced entirely by a producer from Detroit, hip-hop producer, well-known all over the world for what he does. Came together. His name is Apollo Brown. You know, the first single, we just dropped that via, the DSPs and streaming platform services this past weekend. It's called When a Man. It's a great up-tempo record, in the spirit of like, greats like Fela Kuti and James Brown and, Prince has got that funk and hip hop tone to it, rhythm, groove. I recently retired. I don't make enough up tempos, but when I hit big. So probably I Don't Care was probably the last record that was, an up tempo that got a lot of love. I think this record too is gonna get a lot of love. We're gonna be getting a lot of traction off of great response off of the first single, So I'm definitely into making people dance and move for the spring and the summer,
So I just played When a Man. So actually premiered the song earlier this week. I love the energy of the record for sure. What was the catalyst for linking with Apollo Brown and doing an entire project with him?
For one, that's something I'm just kind of doing right now, just connecting with different producers and, with the success of the last album, which is still doing extremely well, Mr. Midnight running up the charts and stuff like that right now. I wanted to keep that going and show the love to some of my other, producer friends and producers that I'm just fond of, their production and working with them. We worked on, projects in the past, via, different hip hop artists and what have you. So it just was kind of like a no-brainer, man. It was a conversation. It was kind of like I was on his wish list, man, like artists that he wanted to work with. If he had the opportunity to do the full project with someone, he had mentioned it to a mutual friend we have, who was Skyzoo, who's a phenomenal MC and writer, and, ghost writer for a few artists as well. Yeah, so they had a conversation, and based on that conversation, like Skyzoo, linked us, and it went down rather quickly, man.
Now, we just got the new visual for Marvin Used to Say, and last time I spoke with you, we talked about the timeliness of this record, and it still seems to be the case, seeing that we're still losing lives daily, and the system is so set up against us for real. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration for the visual.
So, music is also song and lyric. Melody is an opportunity for me to be an actor, smart, to the culture. So that's what I feel like the song in the lyrics. And I just want to, and to speak to that. It's been great to see how it's been received, resonated, and how people are taking to the video. Of course, with the song, I haven't been out for some time now. I wanted to hold the visual personally, until Marvin Gaye's birthday, and which is also like, the anniversary of his death as well, the day before his birthday. And they spoke to that, paying homage, pays homage and respect. Shout out to his family. I'm cool with his cousins, and I even went so far as to play the record for them and see if we could get a picture and stuff like that to kind of throw in the video, what they sent over a photo they thought would be great for that, So it's important to keep the legacy of what the forefathers and the architects of what we did before us, keep that legacy alive,
And one thing I do appreciate you is that you always show love to those that came before you. And you're still blazing this path of making a name for yourself, like the greatness of Raheem. Now, I know your story is still being written, but at this point in your journey, what is something you hope the fans are receiving from you?
Oh, man. At this point in the journey, just work ethic, how important that is in anything that you do. and to love what you do what you love, to be in love with it still is vital too. It makes it easier. You know what I'm saying? When you're still in love with something the way I am with music, you know? And just give people to feel something good in this time, this trying time, you know, so much going on in the world, community wise and politically, and it's on a day in, day out, you know. We got global pandemic still going on. Depending on what part of the world you're in, things are locked down. Mental health is being challenged right now more than ever. So it's good to be able to put something out there that's some positive energy and love and energy and, you know, make love not war vibes, you know.
Man, Raheem, once again, I thank you for checking in with the Love Offering.
Oh,
We're
good,
definitely
bro.
going to be on the lookout for this new project in June. You never seem to fail me, my brother. Be sure to get with my man Raheem on social media. Of course, he'll keep you posted on all things that I may miss. I got more Love Offerings on the way for you right here. Be sure to keep it locked. It's your inspiration station. It's Worship 94.5 FM.